Hey guys, so it's been a couple weeks since I've done a video. My business partner Matt and I are actually getting ready to do a real estate investing 101 type of a class here in Kansas City. It's going to be on November 15th, so if you guys are local and want to come, you're more than welcome to. It's going to be a totally free event. We're bringing some of our team with us there as well. So anyway, in the process of getting ready for this, I had to sit down and kind of figure out how do you take a person that has never, has zero real estate knowledge and take them to the point where they're actually a successful investor? And in the process of working through that, I kind of came up with six steps that I think are the most important things to get you there. And I thought I'd do a quick video here to share. So the first step, I think this is one that actually a lot of people kind of miss, and I think it's actually really, really important, and that is getting crystal clear on why you're doing this in the first place. So you really need to sit down and think about, why do I want to invest in real estate? Why is this important to me? And what are my goals and what am I trying to accomplish in doing this? And I think a lot of people, they really never stop and think about, why am I actually doing this and why it is important to me? And I think that that's a mistake. So when you get really clear on why it's important to you and write those goals down, it's going to help you keep you motivated when you get to sticking points. There are parts of investing that are very difficult, and it's kind of a long slog to get to a point where you're actually investing successfully. So you got to have something. I guess your why needs to be stronger than your excuses, is the saying. So crystal clear on your why, figure out what your goals are. That's kind of the first step. So the second step is the obvious one, and that's education. So getting yourself educated. There's a lot of ways that you can get educated. So there's books, there's podcasts, there's mentors. You can hire a coach. There's seminars. There's all sorts of different ways that you can get educated. Myself personally, the majority of my education came from books, podcasts, and I did do a lot of networking, and I had people that I could call on when I got stuck on something, but I didn't really have a mentor per se that was guiding me through every step of the way. Looking back, I could definitely see the benefit of having somebody that's kind of helping you avoid some of those the common mistakes. So I definitely see the benefit there. So that's education. The next step is you have to pick a strategy that aligns with your goals. So there's a lot of different reasons that people invest in real estate. It might be that they just need a little bit of extra income to support their lifestyle. It might be they're trying to pay for their kids' college education. It might be that they want to retire early. It might be that they hate their job and want to quit as soon as possible. It might be I just want a more secure retirement plan versus my 401k. So depending on what your reasons are, you need to pick a strategy that aligns with those goals. So for instance, if you just want to get out of the rat race as quickly as possible, flipping is a good way of making large chunks of money up front. If you just want to have passive extra income that will allow you to potentially retire early and a much more secure retirement, then buy and hold investing is probably more for you. So picking a strategy is really important. So once you have your strategy picked, the next thing you have to do is build your team. So real estate investing is absolutely a team sport. It takes a whole group of people to support you to be able to be successful. So that team is going to include realtor, they're going to have property manager, contractors, CPA, attorney. There's this whole list of people, insurance agent that you're going to need to support you as an investor. So for me, you don't need to have your whole team picked before you go out and buy a property, but you need to have at least some key people on your team first. So for example, you don't want to go buy a distressed home that you're going to flip, and then after you've already closed on the property, be trying to figure out who you're going to use as your contractor, because you're going to lose valuable time with that property sitting vacant while you're waiting to figure out who's going to actually do the rehab. So building the team is very important. When it comes to actually building the team, you can get in the phone book and read Angie's List all you want, but for me, I found that the best way to build your team is go find people that are already investing successfully and ask them who they use. They've already had all the headaches. They figured out who the bad people are, who the good people are, and you can avoid so much hassle if you just go ask an experienced investor who they use, and let them do the hard work of figuring out who the good people are. So, and to that point, if you have people that do a great job for you, give them some credit. So that's something that I actually do a lot. Is we have certain members of that's part of the reason that we're doing this presentation actually is we have people on our team that have done an excellent job for us, and I always try to bring more business to them, just to show my appreciation for for the hard work they do for us. So that's the team. The next thing you have to do is figure out what is your personal investing criteria, and this is really, really important. So this is going to include things like what is the area that you want to invest in, what type of home are you going to invest in, what rent range do you want to have, all those types of things. So like for me personally, on my single family properties, I buy houses, I want to be all in cost, purchase plus rehab, somewhere between $50,000 and $70,000. The after repair value is somewhere in that $60 to $100,000 range. And my rents, I won't buy anything that won't rent for less than $800 a month. And I can get into why that's my criteria later, but understanding that will really allow you to kind of focus in on an area, focus in on a certain type of property, and you can become an expert in those types of properties, which will allow you to quickly analyze a deal. And part of investing is you have to be able to pull the trigger quickly when you find a good deal. And having that criteria to fall back on is just going to allow you to do that. So if you don't have any criteria, you're just looking at deals all over the place. A lot of people think that that's it's better to have a wide spread of area, but you're actually much better off if you focus in on a kind of a narrow range of criteria. So every successful investor that I've talked to anyway will tell you the same thing. So that's number 5, and then number 6 is that's the final step, and that's actually going out and taking all this knowledge and putting it to work. So taking action and actually buying your first property. So that is the 6 steps to go from being a zero education in real estate to being a successful investor. And obviously there's a lot of stuff that goes into those individual steps, but that's kind of what the key points are. So if you guys enjoyed, thanks.